Yo, welcome y'all to the video today. My first upload, and it's about one of my favorite players. Main reason my favorite player because I'm a Laker fan, and it's Lonzo BALL. And today, I'm gonna be talking about what I think his max potential could be. What's the issue with him in terms of him not being a certified star yet? So yeah, I'm gonna get straight into the facts. Let's get it. Shout out to DKM and Ball Facts for all the inspiration to make this video. You already know the vibes. Anyways, first things first. He's been playing really good lately. Course. I mean, man's been putting up like 14, 5, and 5 on very good splits, at least for his standard. I mean, his 3-point percentage is very good, and his field goal percentage is still, could be a little better. Like we get that to 46%, then we're talking like that's elite, but he's still really high for his standards of field goal percentage. So the reason I think, first of all, I think he's out of NOLA. I think that's pretty obvious. Like I know he might say, oh, I want to stay and all this and that, but there's no reason for him to stay with Zion and Bi. Makes zero sense. Team won't let him run and gun. Lonzo now could shoot in the half court. He could drive a little bit in the half court. He could pass and rebound and pick and roll in the half court, like really good. And the only thing he's really lacking, I mean, if I'm being honest, is just his driving ability, like to put the ball up when he's driving. And I think that's because his ball handle isn't great. Like when he handles, he doesn't. Sometimes when he goes crazy with his ball handles, like I don't know if he's also that Pistons clip against the Pistons, and he did it once against the Clippers where he starts spamming dribbling, and then his dribbling is good. But when he doesn't keep the ball very protected when he's just driving, so it's easy for him to get snatched. So for that reason, he's not confident to drive. So all he has to do is gain another 10 to 15 pounds this season, become the fucking machine. Then just work on your ball handle. Hopefully you're going to Charlotte, and Melo's the #1 guy you probably want to learn ball handling from. Boom, you got the ball handle. In the half court, he can literally hit the three, catch and shoot, a little bit off the dribble. Got that step back game. He can develop a floater with lamelo. Literally, if he goes to Charlotte, which I hope he does. And then boom, boom, boom. And then also he can he's perfect in the half court transition. We already know he's a transcendent player in the league, and I think he can notch his stats up to like 28 and 8 next year with lamelo. Easy. He was averaging a triple-double in high school, and I don't want to hear people saying, oh, it was in high school, because they were not a good team. Here's how I look at it. Lonzo didn't win shit without lamelo, and lamelo and liangelo didn't win shit without Lonzo. Lavar has a point when he says all three are best together. I mean, here's the thing with Lonzo. Like, look at right here. Look at this. In transition, just transcend it all the way. Bada bing, bada bop. He's really that guy in transition. But the main issue with him relies essentially on just the ability to drive. I mean, he could, and mid-range is looking good now. He could shoot that ball. He could obviously get better, but I could look at him right now and say he's a Ben Simmons with a noticeably worse driving, with a jump shot that's better, and worse defense, but has the ability to make up those passes and rebounds that Simmons does. He just, I don't know, he's just playing a little uncomfortable right now. I think he'll finish the season averaging like 16, 17, 5, and 6. But we all know Lonzo could average 10 assists. Just look at that pass right there. His high IQ, knowing that that lane would open up for Zion. Boom. I don't know if he got an assist for that, but I'm pretty sure he did. But we already know his threes. And here's another thing with Pelicans. They literally sit him out when he's cold. I don't understand. I mean, when he's hot, and then they bring him on when he's cold, and it's so like he started 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3, and then he goes 2 for 5 from 3. Don't get me wrong, 2 for 5 is good. But when you're starting 3 for 3 from 3, and then you go 2 for 5, how is that possible? And you got 3 for 3 in the first quarter, and there was 3 to 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and your coach is subbing you out, putting you in the middle of the second. He even played the third quarter or fourth quarter of this match. If he played the fourth quarter, I think he could have had a 30-point triple-double. He was close. 25 and 8. He would have just hooked up assists for like 4 minutes, and then if there's 8 minutes left, he would have gotten that 2 rebounds. He would have been at 20, 10, and 10. And then he would have just went for like 2 threes. That's 26. And then he would have probably drived a couple of times and hit that 30. But that's all good. Who cares about that, right? The point of the matter is they won. He balled. But I don't see this Pelican teams making the playoffs. I think Lonzo's going to get traded to the Hornets. And him and lamelo are going to go to the playoffs. Probably get to the second round this year. I believe in that. And then they'll probably pick up Jello next year. I mean, obviously that's a little, what's the word, hopeful, right? But I think he has the ability to make it through, and I think he's transcendent. I think he has all-star potential. I think he'll get the votes just for how popular he is if he even relatively plays good. Like I said, next season he's going to have to boost his points from his driving, and his three is only going to get better, right? So let's say if he can average 17 points. So let's say his 3-point percentage goes up to around 42, 43. Gets another point and a half average from threes, right? That puts him up to around 15, 16. Then he's going to drive a little better. That'll put him around 18, 19. And then he's going to get more assists. And then he's going to get the rebounds. I mean, he showed if he wants to get the rebounds, he can with the Clippers game. Like, he just made sure Josh Hart didn't get him. Like, a lot of times, Josh Hart's just going to snag it. And all of a sudden, no, I'm getting the rebounds today. And he's going to get, like, 28 and 8. Like I said, he could be a triple-double guy in this league. Like I said, he could be like a little, like, weared-down version of Westbrook. Just has a 3 and then the worst driving. I mean, Westbrook averaged a 30-point triple-double for an entire season. So, I mean, I just see better defense than Westbrook and Lonzo. I see better shooting. I see better passing, better rebounding. I mean, obviously he's not getting the numbers yet, but overall, he's a very complete player. Can hit the all-defensive team this year, maybe if he's lucky, the second team. And then hopefully make an all-star team next year. He would be a starter, though, no doubt in my mind, because just the popularity. Like, think about it. Him and Melo are balling in the East Coast. It would just be them as a backcourt. I know it sounds crazy. Oh, what about Kyrie? What about Harden? What about Beal? At the end of the day, it's a popularity contest. I mean, just look at their Instagram followers and the amount of hype that would be built. It would be crazy. Even if he just goes to Charlotte and plays like a bum, which it's not possible. That hype would be crazy. But anyways, I hope you all appreciate this video. Hopefully we can see Lonzo become a star in the making. Peace.